Hey, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. It's Leona. I hope you are well and I hope you are good. It's another Wednesday. It's time for another live stream, and today we're going to be starting the autumn mandala. Very excited. We've been drawing it on the stream for the last couple of sessions, and today we're going to start painting it. I'm actually going to start doing some little colour palettes on it first, because I've had a couple of ideas of how I want it to look, but I want to get the colours down and do kind of some swatches and just see how it looks, just kind of placing it down with each motif within the mandala. So we're going to do that, and then after that we are going to have a look at this lovely book which I have had for a gazillion years, Mandala, the Architecture of Enlightenment. I'm going to read you the tiniest couple of sentences about what mandalas actually are, and show you some of the beautiful original mandalas that were ever created and where the word comes from and all that jazz. So we'll do that probably towards the end of the stream, so in the last kind of like 15 minutes. So the majority of the stream will be doing the colour palettes and getting the artwork started. So I'm basically going to be going backwards and forwards from this camera and showing you as we go along. This is my lovely autumn mandala. We got the mushrooms, we've got some oak leaves, we've got some berries, we've got flames, we got a pumpkin in the middle and these little leaves going around here, and we've got some circles in the background. And interestingly, actually, when you look at this book and you look at some of the original mandalas, they are so varied and have so many different shapes within them. Like, everyone always presumes and thinks that mandalas are all about circles, which they are, but there's so much more than that, and it's so amazing. So I hope you stick around to the end and have a look at this with me, because there is one particular mandala I'm going to show you which is so out there, considering it's like 16th, 17th century. It's actually quite mind-blowing. But if you're watching this on the replay, thank you very much. It's lovely to have you. You can use this video in a few different ways. You can either come along in the live stream and watch along with us and chat in the chat box. We have a lovely time chit-chatting all things about art and creativity. Or you can just bring whatever you're working on. So you can bring, like, if you are into knitting, or if you're into crocheting, or you're into painting, or you're into drawing, or you're into sculpting, or whatever you're into, whatever you make, you can bring it along and come and just take part and make the item that you're working on, or draw whatever you're drawing along with us. Because my main intent with this stream is to provide kind of like a schedule, and all my classes that I teach are for beginners in my academy up there. And what often happens with members or people that haven't really worked on their art for a long time is that they find it really hard to kind of put getting creative into their schedule. So if you make a specific time to come to your artwork and do it, you'll actually get it done. And that might sound bonkers to a lot of people, but to a lot of other people it makes complete sense, because we all have busy lives, we have so many things going on, and sometimes you need to just be like, okay, I need to have a schedule, I need to get it in my diary so I know that I'm going to have this like fun time every week, and then it will encourage you to do more and more, because sometimes it's just all about getting started. It's a bit like when you start going to the gym. It's like the half the job is actually getting there. Once you're there, it's fine. You know you're going to do something, right? But actually getting there, actually getting the motivation, getting the inspiration, really. Because inspiration is much more important than motivation, because you're called towards doing something and you want to have that rather than feeling like you've got to. And sometimes motivation can be a bit like that, can't it? Can be a bit like, right, I've got to do this, I've got to do it now, let's go. Whereas inspiration kind of comes from within, right? You're inspired, so you're like in, right? And then you're like, oh wow, actually I want to do this, I want to do that, like I need to have this time and I need to have this moment to do the thing that I know that I really want to do, that I've maybe been putting off for a long time, or just haven't found the time, or you're just not sure where to start and all that jazz, right? So that's what these streams are for. So I hope you have a lovely time with us. So yeah, so I'm going to get started. I am going to be doing some colour swatches. Now I'm really happy with the way this came out. So we were doing this, like, as I said, last week, and I was like completely happy with the way it came out, and it didn't take too long. It took me a couple of sketches to get to it, but really as soon as I worked out like the large areas, like the large motifs, everything else kind of took form and made sense. But today I really want to paint it. Now of course you can paint your mandalas with whatever you like, but I'm going to be painting mine with gouache. So I've got all my lovely gouaches here. Actually, I'm just going to put a little bit of cardboard down because I don't want to like damage my artwork, but I want to show you the paints at the same time. So yeah, I've got my lovely little box of gouache paint. I do lots and lots of acrylic painting here on the stream, and lots, like the majority, like 99% of my classes in the academy are all in acrylic paint. But I do want to add some gouache ones because I do really love gouache. It's just a different feeling to acrylic, and for certain things it's like really great. Obviously it comes down to personal preference, and it's really whatever you like, but I am like totally in to these gouache. So my initial feeling with this is to create something. Well, I'll tell you what, my original idea with this was to go like warm colours for all the motifs and then cool colours for the background. But I think what would happen with that is that you would go towards doing everything the natural colours. And what I wanted to do a little bit differently with this is to not have them be all like the obvious colours. So apart from maybe the pumpkin, because I'm a big fan of pumpkins, I didn't want to have like, you know, the mushroom being brown, or the oak leaf being brown, or the berries being red. Saying that, I might do something a little bit realistic, maybe. But for now, I want to go more psychedelic than that. So the not so obvious colours. Miko, how you doing, lovely? Happy Wednesday, sweet pea. How are you? I'm bringing you all the autumnal vibes today. Look, we got the trees. We got forests in the background. I'm bringing you forests today. I hope you're liking it. How are you, my love? How's life? Let me know what tea you got going on. Let me know how your day's been starting off. How's it all going? I've got my lovely fruit colour studies, which are all available in the academy now. All these ones. So happy. I'm just going all out for colour, as you know, and as you know I love, and as I think is important. I'm good, and you? Oh, I'm glad you're good, sweetie. I'm good. I'm ready to go for this. A big sigh. Did you hear that underlying sigh? I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready. So I was just explaining how I'm going to approach this. Let me know how all your arts are going and everything, sweet pea. So my original thought was to go cool colours in the background and warm colours for the motifs, but I thought that would be really obvious. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like psychedelic colours. So pretty much every colour I can throw at this mandala. And then I'm thinking of doing like a deep brown for the background, like maybe like the darkest background, like the darkest brown in the very furthest background, like maybe going from light to dark, or maybe from light to dark that way. I'm not quite sure yet. So I'm going to do some colour swatching and I'm going to work it out, and we're going to see how it goes. Lovely to have you as always. Alright, so grab your tea. I've got rhubarb going on today. Rhubarb and oat milk. It's so good. Oh, and by the way, since you missed the first beginning bit, I'm going to show you some mandalas from this book at the end, which is going to be very exciting. and you want to stay tuned because there is the weirdest, strangest mandala that I'm going to show you a bit later from like 16th or 17th century. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some colour swatches. Now I've already explained all this, so these were my thoughts that I were having, and then I wrote down all the different elements. So I've got my mushroom, my oak leaf, the flames, the berries, the pumpkin, the leaves, the inner circle, the outer circle, and the background, right? So I think right now I might test some browns first of all. I've got my little kind of colour studies from the other day from the masterclass, just in case I need them, just in case I need to refer to these. But are you drinking a soda? What soda are you drinking? Alright, so let us have a look. Now we have burnt sienna, we have a raw umber, so we'll grab those. I also want to grab some yellows to see if I want to mix anything. So I've got a cadmium yellow, I've also got some lemon yellow. I think I'm going to use cadmium because I want to warm it up. This is cadmium yellow pale, this is cadmium yellow. So this one's really yolky, right? Yeah, and then I've got my lemon. Oh, let's just get all of them out and see. I also could add some orange to it, which would be interesting. Well, there's more lemon yellow, but that one, we'll get that one going. There's a little bit left in there. Any more sort of brown related things? Now we could make up a brown from scratch, but I've already got these, and as you can see I haven't even really used the raw umber, so we'll just get out a primary blue just in case, and then we've got turquoise blue. That's not going to do that much. So we just really got primary blue. Oh, it's a shame I haven't got any other blues. Alright. So we'll see what we can do here. Let's see what happens. Right? So let's do it. So what are you working on, Miko? What art are you doing? Right. Let's get a nice mixing brush. Let's do this one. Now I don't want to use too much paint up on these colour swatches, obviously, because gouache is a lot more expensive than acrylic, so I don't want to go too crazy. So what I'm going to do is make these little swatches, and then what I might do is cut them out and then put them next to the artwork to see what colour I want where. Now usually what I do, if you've seen me make any of the mandalas on previous live streams, you'll know that I kind of just go for it normally. Normally I'm just like a bit like, well, I'm just gonna use my intuition and just go for it. But I just feel like I need to have a little plan today because I kind of really want it to turn out really nicely. You know when you're like really excited for it to look good. So it's got to be done. So let's get this raw umber. So what I've done here is I've just drawn myself out a little table. These are 5 centimeters square by about, well, 5 centimeters long by about 3 centimeters. And then what I've done is created like a little block here so I can write down what colour it is underneath. So if I forget, I can just be like, oh yeah, that's raw umber, right? And then it's like happy days. So let's get just a pure raw umber going on here. Actually, I'm tempted to use my square brush. So we got just like your basic raw umber, which it needs a little something, right? It needs a little something. So raw umber plus, let's do cad yellow pale. I think I need a glue project for Helmar. It's a glue company in Australia, so when I create my mandala, it will be in pieces and I will glue it together. Honestly, I'm gonna do a collage mandala project for sure. I'm so excited, Tamiko. I've got so many ideas for things that I want to do here on the stream. Like, I can't quite like fit it all in. I want to do a collage mandala, so it's so funny you say that. I also want to do another collage because I bought myself another magazine yesterday, another one of them travel magazines, and I want to do some clay because I've got loads of clay projects to share, and I've got some ideas. I'm going to talk about it a bit later on when we look at the book. But I've got some ideas to make some clay things, and I've got a real good affinity with sculpture, so I kind of miss it. So I want to do that as well. So here's my raw umber plus cadmium yellow pale. Gotta say I'm not loving it. Gotta say no to that. Let's see what happens if I just mix a lot here. We're gonna get yellow ochre, aren't we? Which could be an option. We might as well use it now that we've like got it here, right? So let's have a look. So it's a possibility, but it's not going in the direction I want it to go in. Raw umber and cad yellow pale. Oh, I've got to try and fit it in there. Yes, clay, paper clay. Woo! Right? Gotta get in there. The thing is there is a reason I haven't done it on the stream before, and that is because it's really messy, and it's like when you've got all your equipment everywhere and you're streaming, you are very mindful that you've got to click something on the computer and you've got to click the music, you've got to make sure the cameras are all working and everything's good. And if you've got hands covered in clay, it's like a bit of a mission, but I can do it because I can just get some like biodegradable wet wipes and we can do it, and a towel, and just have it there, and I can do it now that I'm like very experienced with live streaming. It can be done. It can be done. So I'm thinking about mixing a bit of red. I want to see what happens. Now I haven't really got that much red. I've only got this. Maybe I should do it with orange because I've got lots of orange. So maybe, what if I mix it with a bit of orange? Yeah, it's so true, honestly. Because everything's like lights, literally, you know, lights, computers, cameras, the whole shebang. But it's going to be done. Hashtag it can be done. Hashtag it can be done. So I didn't message anyone today. I think everyone's been relying on me messaging them to tell them that I'm on the stream. But I didn't message anyone today. I was hoping that people would see my posts. Let's see. Alright, so let's add a bit of orange to this and let's see what happens. Does it make it any better? I mean, obviously it's going to warm it up. Ooh. I mean, it's made it very orange. Maybe I've added too much. I'm liking that colour though. I'm liking that. That is very, very, very interesting. Let's whack it on here. You'll have to wait until it dries down a little bit to see it because I've got the light right on that spot there. But this is very lovely. I'm liking that. That's a very, very nice orangey brown. Oh, sort of virgin on terracotta, not quite. Can I show you? This goes. You're gonna have to wait. And I got a notice on IG you went live and you knew why. Yeah. Well, you told us. Right. Okay. Let's put this. So this was raw umber and what's it called? What's my favourite yellow called? Marigold. Oh, it's marigold yellow. I need to write smaller. I need to write a bit smaller in here. My writing's just always big. And I'll just put Mar yellow and I'll know what I mean. And Mar yellow. So I'm liking that. But I've got to say, I'm not loving the whole raw umber journey so far. I'm like, well, it's just not. I'm going to see what happens if I mix a little bit of red with it. Because it's just not, it's nice. It's not what I want for this. It just doesn't feel right yet. I have got some grey as well, so I can mix some grey and we can get a tone going on. But something tells me that's not going to make me happy either. So colour mixing is the order of the day today. Hopefully we'll get to painting the actual mandala. Okay, so let's do the red. Now we're going to have to be very gentle with this because, as you know, red is like powerful, and also this, I've also got paint all over me already. Where are them biodegradable wet wipes when you need them? Not here, Miko, not here. We've just got tissues for now. Alright, so let's have a look. Let's have a look what this is going to be like. I've obviously got way too much red there. But let's have a look. I feel like this is going to kind of rock my world a bit more. I mean, my world is being rocked. Is your world being rocked? Right now. So, yeah, this is making it much better. What I might do is just put it under here so we can see the difference. It's not completely noticeable, but I'm really liking that. It's a little bit more. That is what we needed. That's what I needed in my life. People are watching, tell them to enter the chat so they can talk with us. Come and talk with us. Do you? That's much better, right? That's what I'm looking for in my life. Yeah. So raw umber with the red obviously was going to warm it up. But you know what it's like with the different kinds of paints you need to test out. Even if you've used, I mean, I've used these paints a lot, as you know, but I still wanted to give it a go. Now I'm going to do this as well with a lot of red. This is, I think, is going a little bit on the terracotta. This is this is terracotta, and is maybe not what I want for this because I want to keep the background like not so warm. I want to keep it a bit cool. So, I mean, lovely, darling. Kind of brown like me. I like it with the reds, yeah. So that's raw umber, and I'm just going to put red. It's cadmium red, cad red, and this is raw umber and more cad red. Very nice. So useful. So useful. I'm going to probably be like cutting these out and putting them onto the mandala to see the colours. But this is really useful just to do for yourself, like with any artwork that you're going to do and you're not sure what colours you're going to use and how they're going to look. If you do a little table like this and you write what they are underneath, it just is just gonna help you out so much, like seriously. And like I said, especially when you get new paints, because like you're never quite sure until you test. So I'm loving this. I'm gonna test it with a tiny bit of grey. Oh no, I think my grey's dried up. Oh no, it hasn't. It's existing. It's okay. We can save this. We can save this. It's a bit... Oh wow. It's not that old actually. It's not that old, but it's starting to dry up a little bit. Kind of old like me. So, let's have a look. Obviously it's going to make it a bit more dusky. Angeli! Pew, 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 pew. Happy Wednesday! How you doing, beautiful? How's it going? How have you been? How's your day going so far? We are working on colour tests for the Autumn Mandala. I am going to do like warm colours for all the motifs, and then I'm going to do a brown background, but I want it to be quite deep. So I'm testing out like different browns and seeing how I feel about them. Let me know what you're going to do with yours. And at the end of the stream, I found a book. I was like, look, I want to read from a book again. So I'm going to read you like just a really short little bit from this, explaining what mandalas really are. And then I'm going to show you some pictures. And I've got to tell you, there is this very, very strange mandala in this book that I cannot wait to show you. I'm going to maybe preface it with it is a bit weird, but it's really, really cool at the same time. So that's going to be at the end of the stream. That'll be in an hour's time. All right. Hey, Alex. Happy Wednesday. How are you? Welcome, welcome. You're here. You're here. Do, 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 do. So, yeah, we're doing some colour tests. Come on in. Get your artwork out. Let's get grooving. So I'm just going to test this with some grey. I'm not quite sure. I've got to say, look at that lovely colour. That is like tomato soup. That is well nice. What a lovely colour. I'm pretty busy tonight though. I'll be popping in to watch you. I will, thank you. Hope everything's going well. Have you noticed the forest projections today? Happy Wednesday. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna add, now should I add it to the pure? I should add it to the pure, shouldn't I, first before? So let's, I don't think this is the thing I'm gonna go for. I can just sort of feel like it's not, but I just want to have a look. Just want to have a look. I'm just curious with this grey, like what's going to happen. It's a very light grey. It's a it says it's neutral grey. I wish I'd got like a Payne's grey actually, because I would like it to be deeper. But we've got this, which I'm not a fan of. I thought I wouldn't be. I'll tell you what, it might really work well with the burnt sienna though. Anyway, we're on raw umber, right? Just in case you're wondering. Should I leave it here so we know? There we go. Last week when you didn't do a stream, I drew an apple in different shades of a colour. Fantastic, well done you. Yeah, back on the stream. How did it turn out? Was you pleased with it? Were you not pleased with it? Why were you pleased with it, or why were you not pleased with it? That's the key. Trying to find out the reason why, so then you can like do the thing that you would like on the next one. I mind it kind of looks like pumpkin soup. Yeah, doesn't it? It's gone really lush. I mean, we're going full autumn vibes now, guys. This is full autumn. So Angeli, in case you're interested, raw umber here. We've got raw umber in its natural state. We've got raw umber with some cadmium yellow pale. Then we've got more yellow added. Then I've got raw umber with marigold yellow, which is basically orange. So raw umber and orange, pretty lush. Then raw umber and cadmium red, gorgeous. Raw umber and even more cadmium red basically gives you terracotta. Right, there you go. Don't say I don't help you out. All the people in all the things doing art. Helping you out. It's in different shades of... I'm pretty happy with it. It's in different shades of pencil colour. So in the normal graphite grey. I've got to say, with a tiny little bit of neutral grey, I'm actually liking it. I'm actually liking this. This has actually got a nice feeling to it. It's very pale. It almost feels like that would be what would happen if you added white to it and not grey. But you know what we'll do? We'll add white to it and we'll compare. And you have to just wait a second while it dries down because it's gone the reflective of the lights there. And I've tried to move the lights and I'm not going to move the lights. So we've got raw umber and what did I say it was? Neutral grey. Neutral grey. So yeah, if you're doing colour tests, just make sure you've got a little box underneath them and you can write down the names of the paints that you mix so you don't forget. Right? Colours of the season. I feel bad for my family in the tropics. They don't have fall or autumn like us. Yeah, how dare they have all that luscious, beautiful greenery and beautiful tropical flowers, but they don't have autumn. Right? Oh, there you go. It's starting to dry now, so you can see. Gotta say, my favourite two are these two. Adding the red is just really nice. Jessica, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, welcome, welcome. How are you? How have you been? How's all the art going? Let us know how you are. Let us know what you're drinking while you're watching the stream, what you're working on. We're doing colour test today for my mandala, which is under here. Here it is. So I'm doing all the colour tests before I actually put any paint down because, like I said, I've got an idea of what I want to do, but it's not fully formed and I don't feel in the mood to go for it. Usually that is my way. I usually just go intuitively and go for it. But something's telling me, just do a little test because you might get another idea. You're doing okay. I'm glad you're doing okay. Okay is good enough. I've been doing diamond dots painting and knitting. Fantastic. Well, if you feel like it, grab some of it while we're chatting along here. And yeah, let's do some art together, right? So I'm going to do a little bit of white just next to that one because I want to see. And I've ended up doing all my boxes with brown, which wasn't the plan. I was going to do some more things, but I could fit another little box under there if I need it. So I just want to see what it looks like if I do a tiny bit of white. I've got quite a few whites on the go here. So note to self, it'd be really nice to have a black. Having a milky spice chai again. Yes. Oh, yes. Can I have one, please? Can I place an order? I'd like to place an order with the Acrylic Cafe. Diamond dots painting sounds amazing and intricate. Definitely, right? You need the patience for that. You need a good chunk of patience. That is for sure. I've put way too much white. But never mind. Alright, let's have a look. See, it's all now. It's interesting. The white helps it retain the yellow in the raw umber, whereas the grey almost like, oh, and I've put a little bit too much water in it as well, but never mind. Whereas the grey, whereas the white keeps the vibrancy. Oh, that's nice. Tint of raw umber. I'm liking you. I'm going to put tint raw umber because I know that means adding white. So I've got more paint on my fingers. I'm getting really mucky today. Oh, I was just saying, by the way, that I've had loads of ideas for more things to do on the stream. Obviously, because I've got a million classes still to film for the Art Academy. But what we haven't done yet is clay. So I am going to do some clay projects on the stream. And obviously put them into the Art Academy as proper full length projects so you can follow along in real time. And yeah, it's just the only reason I haven't done it before is because it's just so messy. And I was saying to Miko that, you know, you get all the dust on your fingers and then you've got to touch stuff, but all I need is biodegradable wet wipes and I'm going to be fine. So we'll have to get some clay on the go. That'd be really, really fun, as well as some more collage, because I just bought another travel magazine yesterday and I was really excited. I almost did a collage live stream today because I'm just like really excited about doing collage as well. But there's only so many hours in the day, right? It's just instant big chain brand spice chai, but I love it because it's easy. Well, don't we all just love things that are easy? We want an easy life, don't we? Right, don't put your pencil away, Leona. All right. So the moral of the story here is raw umber and cadmium red is probably my favourite. I'm going to go on to oh, actually, you know what I can do is I can put another couple of columns here for other colours, but this is what I'm really liking, so I'm going to put a little star next to it there. I'm really liking just a touch of the red in there. That's like beautiful. Let's go and have a look at this. I kind of did want something darker and I'm sort of upset. Oh look, that's what's happened. My orange has spilled. Oh, let me just clean that up. I am sort of upset I haven't got a black, because I kind of feel like I want something really deep and dark and I'm not going to be able to get that. The only thing is I think I've got some watercolours, so I could add a black watercolour and then my issue would be solved and I can do a test. Look how messy this is. This orange is proper messy. Yeah, so I might do that. I might do that. I need to buy some clay too. It used to be my medium of choice. I love clay so much. You guys know, right? Because you've been watching me for a while. You know that I made all my little miniature models with clay and stuff like that and put them into the little worlds, and then I put myself in there. I just love clay so much. I've used it so much over the years. When I did the big sculptures in the park, all my maquettes were made out of clay. Well, that was years ago, 2006. Karen, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, Karen. How have you been? How are you? How's life? Hope you're well and good. Come on in the stream. I'm doing some colour tests today for my mandala. Just having a look at some browns at the moment, so come on in. Nice colours, thank you so much. So let's have a look at this burnt sienna now. We're gonna get grooving with this. Oh yeah. Oh wait a minute, the other thing I could have done is add the blue to the raw umber. Hold on, we might need to go back a step. I've got the blue out there for a reason. I'm going to do that just before I do this. I just want to see if I can darken that up, because I've got a feeling as soon as I squeezed that out, I was like, actually, if I add some blue, that's going to make it really yummy. So I want to just see if the raw umber with blue is going to do anything. Like, well, obviously it's going to do something. Is it going to do something that I like? Do you slow stitch or make books, Leona? I don't do that, but I know someone who does it really beautifully. One of my old assistants makes books and she does it so gorgeously. And I've done some kind of like little mini things, like mini book projects before. I'm good, thank you. I'm so glad. Sounds like a fun craft. Yeah. Will the dark blue mess up the orange? I thought contrasting colours help darken the colours. Probably wrong about that. Will the dark blue mess up the orange? What do you mean if you added this to this? Well, I can show you if that's what you mean. That's such a funny coincidence. I read your mind. Yes. Let's do it. Love it. Blue and orange make brown. It would just be dark. Yeah, it's true. I mean, that is an option actually. I don't know if they're the right types of blue and orange to look decent, but let's do it. Let's do that. Remind me in a second. Let me do this. Let me do this. That's a really good idea actually. Angela, you rock. She's a rock star. We'll be with you for at least 10 minutes. Oh, well, happy days for 10 minutes. Or 15. Well, that's great. All right, let's add some little bit of blue here. See what we get. So the blue is going to interact with the yellow in the raw umber, therefore leaning it towards green, which means that I didn't think I would really like it. But I thought it was worth going for it to see. So let's put it up here. Ooh. You know what? That might be really useful. Alright, let's write this under here. Raw umber and primary blue. Prim blue, and here I'm gonna do burnt sienna and primary blue. Take force. Hey Darren, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome. How are you? I hope you are well and I hope you are good. What's happening? How's your day going so far? Thank you for tuning in. We're doing some colour tests today for my mandala. The idea was to actually start painting it. Here it is. So I hope that I get round to that. But I'm getting so excited with all the colour testing. We might just go with that. Right, so we're going to do... Let me make sure I've got no water on my brush. I actually like those colours. I'm used to like colours too. Fantastic, I'm glad you do. This is a lovely autumnal colour palette, you know, and it just goes to show how much you can do if you've just got one brown. I mean, obviously, if you haven't even got a brown, you can just use primary colours and it's happy days. But it's amazing the sort of intricate sort of options that you've got, right? Intricate, is that the right word? The abundance of colours. Oh, don't you just love that word? I love the word abundance. Right, so burnt sienna is very much like a terracotta. So we're going to add some blue to it. I mean, we should really do a pure burnt sienna. Oh yeah. Incidentally, just mixing colours makes you feel like really good. So like if you don't even know what to make, right, just get inspired by colours, you know, that is looking really nice. have to pop my head in there because I'm not trying to go by like the light. But I really like that. And there's a bit more water. So with gouache, you've always got to make sure you add some water to get the flow of the paint really nice. If you do it too thick, it just cracks. And it's really heartbreaking when you spend a lot of time making a beautiful artwork and then you put the paint on too thick and it cracks. It's like, no. That is really nice, and that is going towards what I want to do for this background. Oh yes, it is. Can you see it there? Can you see? This is the kind of brown I want to go for. Chocolatey brown. We're getting there now. We're getting there. I'm even going to add a bit more blue and see what happens if we get even more excited with the blue. Will it go too greeny? I think it might have gone a little bit too greeny. So this is more burnt sienna and primary blue. And don't you worry, we're not going to do the whole stream on browns. I'm about to get super colourful, guys. So I like that olive colour, do you? Mum says hello. Hi, how you doing? Going well. Took 3 days off this week, so I've been loving the time off. Oh, happy days. Oh, but you've been grooving in that. Yeah, Angeli, the olive colour, yeah. Oh my god, Leona, that happens to me. The paint cracks. Yeah, you just got to add a bit more water. Yeah, it means you're putting it on too thick. There is a bit more of a technique with gouache paint. I would say just a tiny little bit more than acrylic. Acrylic, you can kind of just whack it on. And not really worry about it, not think about it. But gouache, you've got to think about it. Okay, so this is burnt sienna and more blue. I'm liking that. I'm liking it, but I'm liking that where it's just got a little bit. So what were we going to do? We were going to just do like a normal, just burnt sienna on its own. Look at the colour of this now. It's gone almost like a cup of tea, look. It's almost like tea colour. Actually, in actual fact, tea colour would work really nice in this whole colour scheme. Look at that. Oh, get down and groove. I'm loving these greenish browns though. Brilliant. Well, I hope it's really inspiring you for your one, babe. What paints have you got? What plan have you got for yours? Have you got an idea of what you're going to do? Or are you just going to go with the flow? Or you're going to go with what I'm doing? Just let me know. I'm excited to know. Like, what's she going to do? Alright, so we need to do this burnt sienna, which is really... I'm going to put it under this one. Because, interestingly enough, I want to see the difference. It's much more orangey, isn't it? It's like super terracotta. Like it is different to... Well, of course it's going to be different, but you know what I mean. To the raw umber with the red. I mean, they're luscious together. So nice. Oh my god, those two together, they look so gorgeous. So this is burnt sienna. I'm still gutted that I haven't got a black. Don't get them mixed up to drink. Honestly, they're so similar, aren't they? They're getting... This one looks more like coffee actually now, doesn't it? It's going with the whole colour scheme. We've got it going on. So this is looking lush. I'm really loving it. But we need to go in the other direction. Because What I want is like a chocolatey brown. So these are all great, but it can be things that I can add into the motifs. What I'm trying to go for is like the background, because I just feel like, I don't know if you guys remember, I mean, I'm sure you do remember because I had it on the back wall here for so many streams. But do you remember the one that I had with the blue background? So it was like I think it was like an ultramarine blue. And it had the magenta spikes and like the green kind of swirls. And it looked a bit like an under the water kind of mandala. I loved the way the background was so dark. It made everything pop. So I was thinking for this one, it'd be so nice if the background is quite dark, and then I'm going to do all warm colours with all the motifs, and then so they kind of really stand out from the background instead of blending into them. So that's my plan, and that's what I'm trying to get here with the minimal colours that I've got, because I've only got like 24 gouache colours, and a lot of those are repeats. Like I think I've got 3 whites. So Angeli, I'm going to do what you said. I'm going to mix some orange and blue. I might just like mix the primaries and I might mix the primaries first and then do the orange and blue. But I want to mix them because I've got more of that, I think. Actually, I've got loads of orange. I haven't got much blue. So anyway, let's get a brown that way, right? Gouache is pretty finicky, but I've accepted it's got all this matte texture that makes it fun. Agreed, we do need some 2 colours. I'm liking your palette so far. We'll probably do something similar. Amazing. Cool. Yeah, I do really like the flatness. It's just very different to acrylic. I did think about doing it in acrylic because I haven't done an acrylic mandala. I can't even remember when I've done one. It happens. I actually put my paintbrush into my tea was. I mean, I've done that many times. This is why I started doing this. So if you are a member of the Academy, you will know in all my painting lessons, I'm always like, put your tissue in a little tray like this. And what happens is if you put this next to your water like this, there's something about them being partnered together and it being neat and not like tissues everywhere that helps you just go dip it in the water, put it on the tissue, and put your tea somewhere else. So you can see it there, right? So you can see there I've got water there, tissue, tea over there, like tea over there, like tea over there. Stay over there, tea. All right. So, do I just want to do anything with the burnt sienna before I do the primary mix? I do. I would like to add some lemon yellow to my burnt sienna to see what happens. I've only got a tiny bit, but I would like to see what happens. So let's do this. This is nice. This is very, 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 very nice. This is all kinds of happiness. I just thought it would be. I just thought it would. This is very nice and very similar to Raw Umber and Marigold Yellow, but more vibrant because that acidicness of the lemon yellow is, oh, that's nice, that is. You know, I can see I'm actually just finding excuses to make orange. Burnt sienna and lemon yellow, and then should we do burnt sienna and a bit of red? I mean, that's going to go really too red, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think I need to do any more tests. I think I'm alright for that. Let's get the primaries on the go. So I'm going to put this out of the way so I don't... Where should I put it? I'll put it over there. So I don't... It's when you're done with your palettes, you got to make sure you don't put them somewhere where you can flick them and then it goes in your face or on your clothes, because it'd be like you like the palettes up. Oh, you've got your fave, yellow, orange. Exactly. But that's all right, because we're going to do that in all the other colours. I'm going to make it super vibrant. I'm trying to work out my background. That is what I'm trying to be doing here. So I've got to stay on the mission. So the mission is now primary colours. So we've got our yellows here. We've got our blue, because I've only got one blue. And we've got our red. I've only got one red. So it's kind of helpful because that's all I've got. Oh, this is actually though, but how am I going to do a background if I've only got like a tiny bit of blue? I haven't got enough, which means I'm going to have to buy some. What have I got there? Oh no, oh look, this orange is going everywhere today. This cheeky little orange is just getting on all my paints. I haven't got, look, it's on there as well. Get that off. I haven't got another blue apart from turquoise blue, but I don't want to use that. I'm gonna have to buy another blue. If this works out, I'm gonna have to buy some more blue and red, and that's absolutely fine with me. It just means that it's colour testing and I won't be doing anything on the artwork. So we've got primary blue, which is in the middle of cool and warm. Then we've got cadmium red, which is warm. And so should we do lemon yellow or should we do cadmium yellow? So lemon yellow is cool, or shall we do the warm? We're gonna have to do both. And if this combination turns out the best, this means I have to buy more paint. This is lovely. Thank you so much, Alex. Hi, DeSantos. How you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Welcome on in. Come and do some art with us. So I've got my beautiful mandala here, and I'm doing some colour tests with paint before I actually go ahead and paint it, because I wanted to make some decisions. Usually I'm very impulsive and I'll just go for it. But because I'm really proud of my drawing, I want to do some colour tests before. So this is the artwork here. How's your art going? What are you working on? I'll just email you some more blue, red and black. Yeah, if you could, that'd be really great. Thanks so much, Angeli. You're always there when I need you. Thanks, the same to you too. Thank you so much. So yeah, we're getting all the paints going today. We're using gouache today. Going for a bit of a different vibe. Oh my god, that is just so lovely. That's my favourite colour, Angeli. What's your favourite colour? Let me know in the chat. I need to know you guys' favourite colours. This is of primary importance in life. I actually even asked someone. I was out shopping yesterday and someone in the shop stopped me and she showed me some clothes and she was like, which one do you think would look better on me? And they were basically the same but just slightly different colour. And I said to her, well, what is your favourite colour? Like, do you like warm colours? Do you like cool colours? Like, what do you like? Because I know what I like, but what do you like? You're going to wear this, you know what I mean? Like, decide what you like. Gold and pink and yellow, Alex. That is a fantastic combination. Gold and pink and yellow. Absolutely beautiful combination. Turquoise, fantastic. I've got a lovely turquoise here. You can't quite see it actually, but you can just about probably make that out because it's very tiny. But yeah, love a bit of turquoise. Love it. All right, let's see what this looks like. Oh well, it completely forgot about the red there. Alright, so that's very interesting. So again, we've got this kind of colour happening again. Maybe it's trying to tell me something. Maybe it's like, look, can you see how similar it is? Maybe it's trying to be like, look, Leona, this is the colour you're going to have to go for, because this is the colour you keep going back to. You know? Let's add a touch more blue. I don't want it to go like too green, but I need it to be darker. A little bit more. Okay, I think that's all we're going to get out of that. So let's do... I feel like I need to start a new row. I didn't do any more burnt siennas, did I? So let's do... This is my primary mix with lemon yellow, and then I'm going to do the same with cadmium. And you know what, I think... Oh yeah, I was going to test my watercolour with it to see whether it works out with the black. But otherwise, I'll just buy some black, I think. Gorgeous. Stunning. And blue I like. Very light blue is splendid. I completely agree. Yay! Oh, I love your picture there. Have you got a load of mandalas there? That looks gorgeous. Okay, so that is fantastic. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Let us write down underneath what we did. So, primary blue and cadmium red and lemon yellow. My writing's just too big for the boxes I've created. So a top tip for you is, if you're going to do this, if you're ever doing any colour test, make sure you leave enough space to actually write down what it is, right? So it's easy for you. Purple, yes, and we're going to be doing purple in the masterclass. Yes, we are. The first Wednesday of November. I'm very sure that it's the 3rd of November. If you would like to join us, please consider subscribing to the newsletter, because I send out newsletters about once a month, sometimes twice a month if I'm adding more videos and things like that, but usually once a month, and I will notify you about the masterclass. With so much fun. We have such a giggle, don't we? It's so good. So if you want to join up, or if you just want to be notified about what we're doing, please sign up. Yeah, purple is just so lovely. Cerulean or ocean blue and lavender or purples. I mean, just all colours are fabulous, aren't they? I just love how colours make you feel like they're always guaranteed to like produce a reaction, aren't they? So we need to do these two again now. So let's just mix these up here. And then we'll add a little bit of cadmium yellow pale, and we shall see what happens. Well, we know we're going to get a brown, don't we? We know we're going to get a brown. Where do all the colours get its name from, like cadmium red? Oh, it's a lot to do with like where they come from and the kind of chemicals that are used to produce the colours. Do you remember when we were reading from that book all about the colours? A lot of colours come from the natural world, but then to be able to, like for example, purple, it was originally made up of crushed up insects, but to get this specific type of insect that creates the purple is just not very sustainable over a long period of time, and for the amount of paint that people demand across the whole world. Otherwise you'd have to be like, you know, farming these insects, and no one wants that, right? So anyway, it's much cheaper, thank goodness, to create the chemicals and create paints that way. So that's how you get it. It's just like chemical mixtures, you know, get into chemistry, right? No, all colours are not fabulous. Oh, like what particular colour are you thinking of, Tamiko? Oh, Is it maybe something that's a bit like this one? We have discovered that Tamiko is very, very unhappy with one particular colour that happens to be my favourite colour. I think it's true. Like all colours, I can't remember what my least favourite colour. Yeah. I mean, I've got to say this is close to my least favourite colour. I've got to say that's not doing much for me. But with other colours, it works so well. Like those two together, like this. You know, like all the colour studies we've been doing. You know, like the quantity of colour studies, you know, from the Joseph Albert book. When you look at those two colours together, they both look so beautiful. So, like, you need the other dull one to make the other one even brighter. So, I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad. And this may be the colour that I was actually looking for. OMG, we've made it raw, we've made it pure, we've made it on the floor. I was trying to think of something to rhyme it with. That's really nice. Maybe I don't need to get black, but maybe I need to get more primary blue, more cadmium red, and more cadmium yellow pale. I do have cadmium yellow deep, so I'm going to test it with that now as well. So this is primary blue and cadmium red and cadmium yellow pale. But now, I hope you're on the edge of your seats, guys, because this is the moment that we need to discover what it's going to be like with the other one. Stay tuned, because in the next 10-15 minutes or so, I'm going to be showing you some proper wacky mandalas from this book. Where the words mandala originally came from, and lots of examples about mandalas. So stay tuned for that. As always, you know, I like to give a little bit of education. I mean, to me, there's nothing important. There's nothing more important than education and creativity. Well, actually, though, there are more important things than that. There is health is more important than that. Love is more important than that. But after love and health, creativity, colour, it's all happening. It's all important, right? Yes, Tamiko hates orange. What else do you hate again? Choco brown. Orange, but not neon orange. Oh, so you like neon orange? Okay, and yellow. You don't like yellow? Wait. Stop everything. Tamiko, you're saying you don't like yellow. Orange I can understand. You don't like yellow. What? I think I just dislike cadmium red or phthalo blue because they're just so basic and hurt my eyes. So that shouldn't be funny, but that it hurts your eyes. I'm sorry it hurts your eyes. But I just find that's just so interesting. Like what we like and what we don't like is so fascinating to me. That is amazing. I don't hate them, but I think they're boring or distracting. Yeah, but kind of phthalo blue's not so essential, I've got to say. Like if you've got to choose between phthalo blue and ultramarine for just the basic blue, always go for ultramarine. But like to get an amazing purple, if you're a fan of purple, you've got to love phthalo blue, because phthalo blue produces such a nice magenta when you mix it with red, like either a crimson red or a cadmium red. It's pretty stunning. Oh my god. Tamiko doesn't like yellow unless it's a sunflower or an aura. My mind is blown. My mind is blown right now. Isn't that amazing? Aren't we just amazing? Aren't humans amazing? Dance break. Cadmium yellow. Oh yeah, it's cadmium yellow. But Tamiko doesn't like yellow, and that's okay, because we all like what we like. Let's forget that happened. Yeah, dance break. I think that's common in the US. I don't, but some people hate yellow, especially if you're colourblind. Yellow hurts your eyes. Yellow, do you remember my yellow story? Well, let me just check I've got the right one, yeah. Yeah. Do you remember my yellow story about Anish Kapoor's work when I went to see it? If you don't remember or you weren't there when I said it, excuse me. I went to see a piece of Anish Kapoor's work, which was basically like a vortex going into the wall, and it was made of pure yellow pigment. I can't remember what kind of yellow, but I think it was kind of like a cadmium yellow. Well, I would say it's sort of in the middle between cadmium and lemon. Anyway, that's by the by. I was standing there for at least about 2 minutes, and I started feeling physically sick. So if there's too much yellow and it's the wrong kind of yellow, I completely get it. Completely get it. All right, lovelies. Let's do this. Let's do this. I can't believe I spent the whole stream looking at browns. But I've had a lovely time. I hope you've been having a nice time. It's not over yet. Cadmium yellow. Alright, we've got to do this. It's highly important and crucial that we do this. However, it's not, it's a no. It's a no from me. We've gone to the orange realms again. We can't help but go to the orange realms, and yet again we've got another orange story, which I just don't want. I want the chocolate story in my life right now. That's what I was going for. I do love mustard or dark yellows or light lemons. Not much medium or cadmium yellow. Isn't that interesting? I remember that yellow story. Thanks, Angeli. Alright, so this is gorgeous, but it's not what I'm looking for. So, alright, we're going to put it in because I think it's pretty important too. And you know what? I think the marigold yellow, we could place some thoughts here. I'm going to do the marigold yellow and the primary blue, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get something similar to this. So we've got primary blue, cadmium red, and cad yellow deep. Isn't it interesting how the cad yellow pale and the cad yellow deep produce different results? Different results. I only like to write yellow and amarillo. Yes, love it. All right, so let's do that. Although this one's so mucky. Let me see if I've got the other orange. Right, let's get this one out because the other one's like leaking all over the place. So here we go. Here we go now. Oh, we need loads more marigold yellow. I've got to say I'm not loving it, but I'm glad I'm doing it. I'm glad I'm discovering So this is Marigold Yellow, which is basically a really light orange, as you can see. Oh no, as you can't see. As you can see now, here. And then we've got that primary blue. So, now I need to add some more. Can't be too quick, because it's too much on the green side, which means there's just not enough. There's not enough yellow coming through. So it's kind of going a bit green. We need to get this balance. Interesting that it's taking a bit of a mix to get there. But yeah. Not loving it because of the sort of hardly any yellow content. But nevertheless, very worth doing because it is deep. And I was looking for something that was deep. So if I liked deep and if I liked this kind of way of deep, then this would be good. So this was primary blue and marigold yellow, which is basically not a yellow, but it's an orange. I was wondering what you do when your gouache is sealed shut. I couldn't get my titanium white to open because it is dried and sealed. You can put it into a little bit of boiling water. So get a little cup like this, but make sure that it's, you know, like Pyrex glass, or don't do it in a glass. Let me not show you a glass. Let me show you a mug. Get a mug, put some boiling water in there, and then get your paint upside down and just put it in like that and put it so it's covering the lid, like up to about there, up to here, and then it should come off. With any paints, especially spirit based paints, that's the way to get it open. Boiling water. Alright, so I'm very happy. I'm very, very, very happy with this. I'm sort of less so happy with this, but this is like rocking my world, and also this one was rocking my world. So I like this. But this is the winner. Primary blue, cadmium red. This is the winner. This is the winner, guys. Primary blue, cadmium red, and cadmium yellow pale, which means I'm gonna have to get some more of this. I also love this. I think I'm gonna have to get some lemon yellow. So I need to buy some primary blue, some cadmium red, some cadmium yellow pale, and I really love this as well, and I really love this. So I'm definitely gonna have to get some lemon yellow as well, because this is just not gonna cut it. Like, that's not gonna do enough. Lemon yellow. Plus I want to do like some proper like vibrant yellow in the motifs. So I need some more lemon yellow for sure. But I think this, you know what I might do is test it out and put some white in it for the final thing. And then we'll get reading the book. I forgot the French for yellow. Yeah. Bleu for blue, rouge for red, blanc for white. What's yellow? Noir is black. Jaune is green. Or is jaune yellow? Is jaune yellow? Thank you. White and black is just so essential for mixing colours. I didn't want to throw it away. It's one of my newer sets. Yeah, I mean, but you know me, I'm not a fan of black. And you don't need black, like we've demonstrated, to get a really deep dark colour. And that's what I wanted to get today. I thought contents were dry. Just not opening. Pliers? Right, so Primary blue, so that it worked out that we did the primaries instead of actually like using the brown that like they provide in the colours. I've gone back to like the classic thing that I always do, which is mixing the colours like from primaries, which is absolutely fine by me. So I want to do one more thing before we get to the book. I'm going to do one more thing, which is do this and add some whites, or maybe even add some grey. Maybe we'll do, I don't think the grey is going to work out, because it's just going to really like this one, like just kind of mattify it out and just make it like dusky and not bright. Where's my white gone? Oh, look, that's for you, Tamiko. Look at that purple. There we go. All right, so let us mix this. So we've got, get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Get those out of the way now. Let's do this again. So, primary, can you see that? There you go. Primary blue. We've got a bit of red up there. I think we're going to need some more reds. Cadmium yellow. Pale. And then maybe need a bit more than that. And then, wait a minute, this is splurging. And then we're going to tin it up and we're going to add some white, because I want to see, because that might be my answer to the centre bit, or I might just make it like more, add more yellow. You're mixing earth tones, yeah, basically, yeah. Alright, let me put these here so you know that's what I've mixed. Oh, where's it gone? Where's the... There. I'm like, where? Where's it gone? Alright, yeah, we're going full on earth tones. Right. Let's get these mixed. Let me move this up here so you can see. Okay. I mean, even those together is pretty yummy. I've got to say, that's not really a purple. That's quite brown there. Anyway. Alright, so that was heavy on the blue. So if we do more red, we get this one. Oh, don't add too much. So this is a little bit lighter. I mean, I would have liked to have put them together, but never mind. So this is it with a little bit more red and a little bit more yellow than blue, which is what I'm absolutely loving here. That is gorgeous. Then I'm going to go for it with the yellow. Oh, no, I don't like that. No. Yeah, it's the lid that's still dry. In regards to her titanium white, I said toss it. I thought it was all dried out, inside and out. Oh, I see. No problem. Amazing. Yeah, mixing before applying to a mandala. Yeah. Yeah, this is for the mandala. Yeah. Look, it's under here. I was going to start it today, but then I got carried away with working out what brown to do. Woo. There it is. So it's all going to happen. Oh, you lost the beginning. Well, there it is. It's not gone anywhere. I need to reverse. Get some more red. Get some more blue and go back to where we were. And then what I want to do is add a bit of white. Pick up some of this. Reverse. This is the last thing I'm going to do, and oh, I'm all wonky. And then we're going to check the book out. So let's just add a tiny bit more blue. I just need to see what it looks like with a bit of white. I'm really happy that this is going to be the background. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Okay, so we've got back to this, and then we're going to do a little bit of white. Do, do, do. Going to be very subtle with it. Tiny bit. Tiny bit, tiny bit. I mean, yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. That's really nice. Let's just go a little bit more, just it's a bit more visible for you guys to see. Oh, that's lovely. We made it, guys. We made it. It looks like we might have made it. Yes, it does. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, we got to wait till it dries a little bit. That is so nice. You can see it there anyways. But you can see on the white it looks better. Oh, it's so nice. That is it. We found it. This is the combination. So this is here. This one and this one. Oh, I've left no space to write anything. So we've got primary blue, cad red, and pale, pale, and more white. So this is it. I'm even. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. It's all happening. You know when you just know you know, right? When you know you know. So I'm also going to put it down here, just for extras. So here, and then, and even like if you don't add like that much yellow, it's really nice as well. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for you all along. A little bit more blue. Gotta buy more paint. Oh yeah. So I'm just kind of doing like a little patch here, just to remind me that is what I like. Down the bottom, and then now not too much white. Don't get carried away, Leona. So this has gone, I've gone crazy now. I've gone wild. Oh, fall is all around us. I hope this feeling shows. Oh, it's so nice. So I'm reverse engineering this by going back because I put too much white in, but that, I can put that there. So that's what I'm looking for, that combination. Now you might be thinking, Leona, how are you getting so excited about that, right? But the thing is, what is going to happen is when I add all the bright colours around it, all the bright colours are gonna like lift. You know what I was saying earlier about those two? This one's a bit dull, this one's like brighter. As soon as I add the bright colours around that combination there, it's going to be like, yes, everything is going to make sense. Like a bit of blue. I'm just going to put some colours on here so you can see how nice they're going to look next to it. So a bit of blue. I tell you what, I can even just put this here like this. Bit of blue. Bit of red. Where's my... This pink is going to look amazing. All these colours are going to look phenomenal next to this brown. Check out the hot pink. I wish I was doing this really big now. Look at that. Even maybe the purple, even maybe some peach. All these. Maybe some turquoise. Don't dry up, purple. Don't dry up on me. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. So, see how amazing all these colours look. Oh my god, that pink. Oh my god, that pink. I'm tempted to add a bit of that pink to this purple. Oh no, it doesn't really do much. That is going to look amazing. Very lush contrast. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm so glad I've got to this point now. And that you can see what I'm going for. So there's the... I mean, that turquoise actually looks really nice as well. They all look really good. Is there anything else I've got in here? I've got greens, but I didn't really want to do green. But I tell you what, I bet it looks well nice next to it. Oh, 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 it's getting a bit... Need a bit of tissue there. Soak that up. Oh my god, it's all leaky. We've got some leaking action happening now. Let's soak all that up. Whoa, see, is this meant to be like... Am I not supposed to use this green? This green is really leaky. Okay. Alright. I'm just going to put that on and then we're going to read the book. I've just got to do it. I've got to do it now because it's in my brain to do. So there's the green, and I don't think I'm going to use green. And then we've got the acidy lemon yellow. Keep your tissues in the tray. Right. Very lush contrast. I miss why these colours are significant. I got so relaxed I closed my eyes for a bit. Oh, I'm so glad you did, Angeli. I'm so glad you feel relaxed. That is so good. Art is so chilling, isn't it? It is so... Right, I need to just soak up that a little bit more. So the reason why these colours are significant, this is they're not significant in any particular way except what I wanted to create for my hold on, primary blue, cadmium red, cadmium yellow, pale, and white. That is the combination. The brown I wanted. The brown I wanted. So yes, so the reason these colours are significant, the reason the colours are significant is because on my mandala I want to create a very deep dark background so that all the other colours pop. And I just kind of, I knew that I didn't have it, I knew that it wasn't going to be raw umber or burnt sienna, but I thought if I just added stuff to it that I would eventually get it. But it didn't work out that way. It worked best to go for the classic thing, which is mix your primaries, you know, like when I've mixed my primaries, I've found the colour that I wanted. So it's another really, really good lesson in knowing that you don't have to buy loads of colours. If you just get decent primaries, and I do say this in the academy, if you just get like really good primaries, and I obviously go into it in more detail in the academy, but you don't need to buy that much paint. You don't need to have 46 colours, right? You just need really decent primary colours. So what I'm very happy to show you is that I've worked out my browns, and then these are some of the colours I'm going to be using for the mushroom, for the oak leaf, for the flame, for the berries, for the pumpkin, for the leaves. It's going to be a psychedelic happiness world, and I'm kind of going away from a more traditional colour palette for my autumn mandala and going really colourful. Oh yes, that's going to happen. You're back! Thought you would be here. Thought you won't be here, but you are. Yay! So we're going to read from the book now. So I'm going to move my colour palette. I hope that was very, very useful. I'm just going to, I spilt some yellow there, but so I'll just cover it up. There's my lovely colour palette. All the autumn colours and some great bit of psychedelia. I can't wait for that. So that is going to be happening next time. Very exciting. Oh, okay, right. I might have missed the point that was in the beginning. Yeah, that was the whole point. The whole point was to find the perfect brown for my artwork. And I'm pleased that I found it. Very pleased that I found it. Right, so I'm going to get this out of the way. So for the final time, I'll show you my mandala. There it is. I'm going to leave that. Just put everything that's kind of like precious over there. Put it all over there. Right. So we're going to have a little chat about mandalas now, which is like super exciting. I hope you'll be waiting for this moment. So I've got this beautiful book. I've had this for such a long time. Let's see if I can angle that. Oh, let's see if I can, hold on. Can I angle it so it's not so... No, it's going to be pretty much there. Alright, it's going to have to be there. Alright, it's going to have to be there. Yeah, so, oh, there we go. Just hold it up. There we go. It's all happening. So, yeah, I've had this book for a very long time. I can't even remember when I purchased it. It's that old. And and this is all about the origin of mandalas. And if you didn't know, mandalas come from India originally, and then they went into Tibet. This is like 13th century. So what I want to do is I'm going to read you just a couple of sentences. I think I've picked out like 3 or 4 or 5 sentences to read out to you about what mandalas are, and then I'm going to show you 3 or 4 examples of really classic, I mean obviously you can see there, examples of really, really classic mandalas and where they all originate from. So it's like a little lesson. Well, not a lesson, but yeah. So basically, should I leave my little thing in? I don't know. So basically, it says the artistry of the mandala is a sacred space created in the process of transforming the universe from a realm of suffering into a realm of happiness. I mean, I think this might be one of the reasons why I'm always being drawn to mandalas. It says, in India, the term mandala initially referred to the chapters of orally preserved verses of the Vedas, in which the sacred vision of the gods and their world was articulated. So the Vedas were like this ancient, I think it was a series of books actually, from India. Mandalas are not yet well understood because of an underlying modern and Western prejudice that the spiritual traditions of the East were world rejecting and inward looking, legitimizing the social status quo and ignoring the environment. On the contrary, the sophisticated development of the art of mandalas, the systematic figural and architectural creation of exalting spaces for individuals and communities, reflects a long-standing commitment in both Hinduism and Buddhism to a world transformation as well as individual liberation. So basically it's just saying like that mandalas are all to do with like both the inner world and the outer world, and that it's all about creating inner happiness to create outer happiness. So you want to like make sure your inner world is as free from suffering as possible, so would the outer world be. And through making and drawing and painting and creating mandalas, you get to connect to the process of that, which is so beautiful, isn't it? It says, as Buddhism travelled from India to other parts of Asia, the mandala traditions migrated to the Himalayan world and flourished in the isolated and spiritually rich atmosphere of Tibet. But the great Ganges river of Buddhic visionary inspiration did not flow only out of India into Tibet. It also nourished the efforts and realizations of freedom-seeking individuals in Central Asia, China, Korea, Japan, and Southeast Asia as far as Indonesia, which is so amazing because you, like I said, you always think of Tibet and mandalas, but you don't necessarily think that it went all the way to China and to Indonesia. So that's pretty amazing, right? Leona, my official go-to for artistic resource books. Exactly, right? So that's my little, is there any other, oh yeah, there's a couple more sentences I want to read to you. Okay, so it says here, both broadly defined, okay, so it's broadly defined that mandalas are geometric designs intended to symbolize the universe, and reference is made to their use in Buddhist and Hindu practices. In the Vedic Brahmanas, which is those Indian books we were talking about, some of India's earliest and most influential pre-Buddhist philosophical texts, mandala already signifies a sacred enclosure and is at times understood to mean a place created for the performance of a certain ritual or practice, or for the use of a great teacher or mystic. So basically it's saying that it's not just a mandala isn't just an image, it's also a place, which is so cool to me. It's like you're almost planning. I think this is why it's called the architecture of enlightenment, because it's talking about like that mandalas are an actual space, not just something that's to be depicted. Interesting, right? Really super interesting. I've got one more sentence I'm going to read to you. Kind of makes me think of the Buddhist Tibetan monk sand art that came to the Trammell Kraut, oh sorry if I'm saying that wrong, Trammell Kraut Asian Art Museum. They used to travel around the world doing sand art and came to Dallas every other year. That's so amazing. That is beautiful. Alright, I'm going to read you one more sentence. Fundamentally, mandalas represent manifestations of a specific divinity in the cosmos and as the cosmos. As such, they are seen as sacred places which, by their very presence in the world, remind the viewer of his immanence of sanctity in the universe and its potential in himself, thereby assisting his progress towards enlightenment. How fantastic is that? And obviously it says his, but that can mean her or they or theirs or whomever, right? That is just so fantastic. So it's all about the potential, your human potential. When I read this, it makes me understand why I love mandalas so much and why they're so useful, right? So I'm going to show you some examples. Let me just get a sip of tea. I'm going to show you 4 examples. Am I going to show you 4 examples? One, yeah, I'm going to show you 4 examples, and then that's going to be it for today. You know you've done well when you've drank all your tea, right? So this is the first one. I've picked out a few for you to have a look at. So here we have got the mandala of the sun god. So this guy here in the middle is the sun god. And this one is all about planetary deities. So it actually, this one has reference to the zodiac in it. And we do have an astrologer as part of our online art academy, Jean, who's an astrologer. So I hope that she watches this on the replay and sees this, because this got all the astrological signs. I think they're going round here, this part here. What else is happening here? There's loads of Buddhas. Oh, and it's got artists in this as well. Persisting works created by an... Oh no, it's not saying that. It's just that it was created by loads of people. And this is like from 1379. 1379. And what's interesting about it is obviously you get the kind of circles happening, don't you? But then you've got squares, and then you've got these rows, and these are all gods all around here. It's just like hundreds of gods. And this is a close-up here of this section, which I'm not sure what is happening there. I have no idea what he's up to there. But it just says there's loads of goddesses and stuff like that. So there you go. So that's the first one that I wanted to show you. Aren't the colours interesting? Talking about colours, you know, like to have that bright colours, have that bright red and the bright blue and the bright green back in 1379 was probably quite amazing. And probably why they used it, because they wanted to create something quite bright, and it, you know, colours would have been limited back then. You know, the colours that are available. Anyway, let me know what you like about these. Let me know if you don't like them also, because they are kind of strange. So let me know if you like them, if you don't like them, and all that. The second one I wanted to show you has got a lot more blue in it, and I really like the fact that they've got this massive close up here, because there's so much going on. It's like There's so much happening in this one. This is all about okay, so there is an angel in the middle, and she is sitting, you can't really see her, but she's that blue one in the middle, and she's sitting there, and she's got 2 lions on her throne, and she's surrounded by 8 goddesses with 4 female guardians. And what else is happening? Oh, there's a ring of flames, which I think is here. This is a ring of flames. Oh, I've got flames in my one. That's pretty cool. What else is happening? Is there anything else notably happening? There are 5 niches with wealth, deities and protectors, and 6 niches with fierce guardian dakinis. And dakinis is basically means a liberated energy in female form. Can you see I wrote it there? I've looked it up before, which is pretty amazing. I mean, this is just stunning. Look at all those flames, they're so gorgeous. And you've got these, like, I mean, I don't know what they are. I mean, it's just so intricate and so beautiful. I love these patterns here. But isn't this one interesting? Because obviously you've got like the 4... Oh, here you go. So this is a close-up of one of the quarters. So you've got north, south, east and west. And that is a close-up of one of those sections, which is pretty amazing. I mean, how intricate and amazing is that? Just so beautiful. So let me know if there's anything you particularly like about these, or anything you particularly don't like about them, because all opinions are valid. You don't have to love these. It's just so interesting to see where mandala comes from. All right. So the third one is, I wondered how they, the yellow reminds me of curry. Maybe they used curry to create yellow. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I wonder how they made colours back there. There you go. If they use certain plants or spices. Yeah. I would like to see a documentary about colour came to be. I actually shared one on my creative inspiration group on Facebook, which is, if you want to join and you're not joined, is literally facebook.com/groups/creative inspiration group. And there was one, I think it was from the BBC, and it was all about the colour gold, because they had a series and then they released it on the internet. But yeah, search it online and share in the group. I'd love to see, share in the group. But it is really amazing, and it was really amazing because it's a lot to do with religious imagery, because back then the reason that artists created art was all to do with religion. So it's all connected to that. It's so fascinating. Yeah, very true. Okay, so are you ready? This is the third. There's going to be one more after this. This is the weird one. I don't know if you can see, but this small section in here is enlarged here, right? And basically, I don't know if you can see, but the whole thing is flames. So all the background here is flames. We've got a triangle, and then there is a person. I don't know if you can quite see, but that is a person's face, and that is their body. And this mandala is inside their body, which is really weird, but kind of cool at the same time. And so this mandala inside their body is here, right? And I'm going to read you a bit of this. This is from the 17th and 18th century. And it says, this is an extremely rare mandala. And it's the model for a preparation in which to perform a fire offering, right? And so you've got the flames on the back here. And here, in the innermost triangle, so right in the middle, is the heart of the fire god, right? And this is a triangular hearth which contains, get ready for this, an ocean of blood. This is an ocean of blood here. And this is a continent, so a whole landmass made of human skin. I mean, mic drop moment. And what I love about this is it says here, the ultimate goal of this mandala, the whole purpose, the reason it was painted, is to eliminate the most deadly innermost enemy, which is insatiable egotism. So it's basically all to get rid of being an egotist, so being egotistical. Amazing. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of that. I need to have a sip of water, and then I'm just going to show you the final one. But I mean, that's pretty epic, guys. That is epic. That is epicness. Epicness of epicness. And interestingly, in my colouring book, I did a mandala called From Inner Flame to Outer Fire, and it was all about flames. And I don't remember this. Like, I've had this book for years and years and years and years and years, but I do not remember. I don't think I've ever actually read that before. I've looked at this book many times, but I've never really noticed this for some reason. I mean, oh no, I don't think it's not made with blood. It's not made of blood. It's made in paint. It's painted. It just represents that. It represents that. I mean, you know what I mean? You want to come to the stream for something different. And then finally, I'm just going to show you really quickly, which is what kind of Angeli was saying about some people some monks coming over to your town and doing a sand mandala. You've got some monks here, so that sort of shows you the process. What they do is they knock these little brass instruments here, which they put the sand into. Is so amazing. And they just knock it, and they keep knocking it to produce like beautiful art like that. So that was the last thing I was going to show you. But I mean, wow, right? There's a horror movie in there somewhere, right? But all to get rid of egotism. I mean, it's just amazing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, Leona. It was my absolute pleasure. I hope you've had a lovely time. Thank you so much for joining. It was so great to see you. Consider joining us on the Art Academy, artsresource.co.uk/members, for new classes every single month. And the live streams are all about connecting with all the members, having a chit chat, having a good time, and making time for art, because there's so many things happening in the world and happening in our lives, and it's really great to like have a regular schedule and get to your art in a regular way, so that you produce all the things that you've wanted to produce your whole life, and so you don't hold back. So that is the purpose of these streams. So I hope you've had a lovely time. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you next Wednesday, and stay in touch. If you want to sign up to the newsletter and stay in touch with all the stuff that's going on with Artist Resource, you are very welcome to artistresource.co.uk/newsletter. You can stay in touch with me here. Please subscribe to this channel, like the videos, that really helps. Comment on the videos underneath the video, really helps. There's some inspirational videos here for you as well, and I hope you enjoy it all. Thank you from me too. Hope you have a nice sleep. Thank you so much. Hope you guys have a lovely day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for joining, everybody. Lovely to see you. Bye for now. Bye. Have a lovely day. Stay creative. Bye.